Cut to your face, I broke it. Plus what chip like Tucson. Don't play with your life, you will lose it. Yeah, but see the long green with blue tip. Give it them dark in the tech talk. In the dark, in the dark. So they make you wanna play go get it. Everything that's in so they want to set it. Go teach you boy a lesson. You know the set it. Anyone is for
Big Al, how you do it?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Wendell, good morning.
Morning, Wendell.
Oh my
You know
God.
it's one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, we could go longer today.
Yeah. Huh?
I mean, we could go longer today.
What do you mean?
The little delay now. Go longer with you Saturday.
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Don't just
My-
tell
my-
to me.
Yeah, my schedule changed.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to. No, they're snooping. Alright?
I'll stop here and let me show you that.
They slow my dog a little bit, but they can't stop, man, you know. But I ain't gonna lie. This thing making our case for YouTube, you know. I get the YouTube bug.
Yeah, hear that. I hear you that. I tried to do it from the laptop this morning. It didn't, it's not recognizing the camera or something like that. Something, we'll figure it out later. I was enjoying the Maxi music.
You was able to go live from the laptop?
I haven't tried it yet from this new machine.
Interesting.
But it's to sort out after hours, man.
Yeah. Nah, well, you know. It's Friday.
Hey,
Happy Friday, guys. You understand?
hey.
I don't know.
I find them little
Some
Lego
Friday
videos.
The what?
Them little Lego videos from Iran. I find those stop boy. They don't know when to stop boy.
They will never stop. They say the internet is undefeated.
Right.
Undefeated, trust me.
Partner.
I ain't seen nothing in the
latest one was
news.
on Hexit.
Huh?
The latest one they do is on Hexit. I laugh.
On PD Hexet. Hexeth.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was enjoying that music.
Yeah.
I hope I'm-
Like I put a certain song on my mind and I was trying to find it, but we got a little we got a little maxi taxi thing there. And as I come back I get a little Trinidad thing there and it catch me. You know? It catch me.
Chill.
Yeah. But the
Boy, I went for
vibes,
pies this morning.
how was that?
Well, the place wasn't open. So I went at the good old
When they say
Kachori.
sing the song, Gwendal, you don't want me to start singing.
Kachori multiplied by 2.
See that kachori?
I was good this
Delicious
morning.
treats. Alicia on it.
I love video.
That you see that video with the original video with the kachori, that catch me. I know what my mission is when I come back to Trinidad. I know what to do.
Not the dry kachori like doing with the current, right?
Nah. Oh, hey.
Not the dry. How she
What
say?
you know, they try to start back
How
up
the
this
lady
thing.
say the current show dry, darling? It's too dry.
Press the wrong button, yes. I was trying to get
Current
this.
show dry. That's why I like to use it. Current show dry.
Wow, they're bringing back up this control thing.
Because it was hilarious. It was good and very good.
Nah. I don't believe the people them control dry, man. We can't do that.
So the kachori can be dry. Right? Not do I.
No, boy. But I know what to do. You know? I know exactly what to do. Miss Fun Size says she's still here in rain. Fun Size,
But close the window.
I'm starting to believe it's you, you know. It's your thing, you know.
Tell me if you're hearing it now.
Okay, yeah, something changed there. Where do they begin?
I went mute, but I was still hearing it.
Yeah, still hearing it. Still hearing like rain falling.
Alright, tell me if you're hearing now, Fun Size.
Yep, still hearing it.
Still? So it's that one way.
No, mine.
So it's probably. Why would it be rain though?
Like I was singing like
boy.
something. Like rain.
Because somebody else out there named Al trying to mash up CARICOM. What's wrong with this man, boy?
Trying to mash up relation. Yeah,
I
that
am
was
all
saying.
in favor of CARICOM.
Wonder.
Yeah, but all starts with a current roller.
Yeah, oh, with that. Oh,
Yeah.
every current so dry, it's dry, darling, it's dry. With that voice. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear nothing true. You know what
We
that
have a
could
real
be?
market voice here. So dry, darling.
That could actually be this on my computer. Hold on, they
It don't
won't.
feel like Friday, you know. It just don't feel like Friday, you know.
I don't, right? That one I said, that one I needed a little Friday oomph. I needed some kind of. Wait now, Fun Size, everything all right?
Yeah.
Everything good? You're good?
Picture,
All right.
she look different.
Yeah.
She look different. Look up, like an update.
She took straps.
I went out
Yeah.
last night.
She took stuff.
You went out last night.
You bird.
How was
Of
that?
course.
It was awesome. I went karaoke and then I just went on to Mexico.
Did you actually sing in karaoke?
Of course, I always sing in karaoke.
You can sing.
Nah, she could sing. She could sing. She could sing. She could sing. She could sing.
What's up, big old boy?
She could sing. She could sing. She could
That
sing.
was-
She
that
could
was
sing.
a question.
I'll wish it up.
Big old Google me please.
Oh wait, Google me. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know that part. Oh wait, Google me.
Let's type Fun Size.
Okay, I didn't know that part. Oh, Google me.
Sorry.
Wow.
Then I realized good feedback there.
When they say, is it that's why it's not why it's raining?
Rain
Who's this boy?
Merci, morning.
You go ahead.
Wait, Miss P. As in the Miss P?
We miss you.
As in my Miss P? Couldn't be, man. As an imposter.
Hey, there's Reef there.
Yeah, we came in.
Reef, morning.
Yeah, but I ain't seen Reef in a while. Reef, what going
Hey,
on?
boy, you having me? Hey,
You
boy.
don't know your place, you know. I got a
Wait. If only don't know when they're right now, I don't know, you know. Melanie morning.
comment.
Miss P not see any comments. Miss P darling. Wait, this thing, what going on here?
The back the music.
This song, the music will come back. Warlord had something to see. Morning, sir.
Morning, everybody. Prezi like the
Morning,
sensor in
morning.
you this morning.
Yeah, they're fighting me. Don't worry. I have a next platform to go on. Don't only run more for here, I'm going over so. I'm going over so. You understand?
Over there or over so?
Over so. I ain't going over there yet, but over so. When I reach over there, then
Morning.
Clyde morning. You know?
Morning, Clyde.
Right.
We buy the doubles this morning, but
Big Al should have given you a little, but he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait. He was hungry. He couldn't wait.
Now you're holding it one hand, you're taking the next hand.
Yeah.
well, they don't know about the sugar on the throne. They don't know about them things.
What do you mean?
I said them
I
don't know
don't
about the
sugar on
sugar
us,
on the
but-
throne.
Nah, I live in Chicago, but I go all over.
Yeah.
You check to
TV.
see if it's your speakers or your mic or something.
You still hearing this thing? I not hearing it on my end.
Because you sound like if you sit down up on the roof, right?
What?
Yeah, the levels are low.
Just
But-
know what we're going on here, boy. TikTok against happiness this morning, no? What are you going on, boy?
You better touch it.
That
Where's
could
that
be,
one?
Could be one of your jacks, boy, Prezi. That would sound like.
Shouldn't be. It should not be.
Oh, you're going to talk just now.
This is probably
Yes, sir,
Yes, sir.
just so is this mic, boy?
I might need a Taiwan now.
Timo.
Sir, I will show you. I wonder if I could show you the brand name on my mic, boy. You see that brand name there?
What's that? Timo?
Timo.
That's it,
Yeah, feedback.
Shane?
I don't think Shane does make mics. I just wanted all to see the brand name on my mic.
I don't know anything that they do.
So if all you feel is any cheap thing, well, it might be sounding like a cheap thing right now. I don't know.
That looks like you write that with a 7 by 10.
This piece of ratans. Hey, all the wicked, all too wicked.
I want to do microphone.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
After all the money I pay for my mic, he all in now, boy. So it is go. So it is go. So what going on our Friday? What we are going on today? What is the vibes for Friday? Who have the
Nothing much to know. It's raining by you, but
who
other than
cooking?
that, it's normal.
Listen, rain is only stop cricket, you know.
Cooking, you say?
Yes, Friday. People don't cook on Friday again.
No, whatever you cook.
Friday is barbecue
So
day.
you're going on here. Just know.
Wherever I touch your food, it's stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, nah. Let me see if I hear all there. Okay, I hear all there without anything. I don't know what's going on with this mic. So let me try it like this. I guess I hear all there. Oh, still in rain?
That's right.
Serious?
Yeah.
What is this, boy?
But I get a delay in
Yeah, you're not eating now.
Stuff at the lead and the echo.
it just went.
That's
No,
why.
it's good.
Well, again,
Oh, you're good there, Press. That's it.
It going there.
Oh.
So again, I delayed rain.
No,
Okay,
no.
back. The rain is back.
It's sounding 100% better. now.
Something in touch there is, yeah.
But I didn't touch nothing. I didn't touch anything.
It's probably
Go in the
you.
kitchen for some
Probably
salt,
you by
right?
Prezi.
Huh?
Go in the kitchen for some salt.
And just throw it over my shoulder.
And just throw it over your shoulder when you sit down.
Yeah.
Want some background music and you're good to go.
Yeah. Because by the time background music, I don't background music.
You know, you know,
Yeah. Really.
Well, since you could sing so good, Fun Size, sing something for me, you know?
Yeah.
watch from the Lord.
Hey, you know what? Karaoke Friday
That's what we talking about.
in the stylings of Fun Size.
I hear what she's singing, huh?
Let me see.
Faith in our destiny.
That's what we're on there?
Solemnly declare.
Yeah, people standing up at
Catholic the
attention.
butter. What that? Fridays, Fred Pal crew is always a
You know my head
good.
done stew. Papa screw me sing the whole of them on
Yes,
stew.
sir.
Yeah, we name them food for we lunch too. Ready for
I bet you don't know the lyrics of
Okay,
this. 'Cause I
I
don't.
cannot believe you hurting me like that. Ow, the friends are there, you know.
That song ain't good then.
Yes, sir.
That song ain't plenty better then.
I must see. I will run.
Thank you, Messi.
Ever see a key long like a elephant chunk.
Oh,
Whole team lash up on them.
Okay, getting it to your font
Very good
size. You're getting it to your font size.
don't tell me it's the anthem. No, don't do that.
No, I think it'll be the anthem. It's the other anthem. Font size, take it away. You need to see the words out. There you go, font size. Take it away, take it away.
Where that from?
Damn it.
Well, where my horns were?
Down your head.
Oh, Lord. I don't want to deal with you. Font size, what's going on? Chanty Melbourne. Font size, what are you doing?
I
What's
tell
that?
her we not doing no karaoke.
You need to see the words out. I gave you the words too.
I do paid performances only.
Girl, you was working for a galaxy today. Somebody would have said your galaxy. Not me, you know, but somebody would have said your galaxy. Not Prezi, but look again, backing vocal. What a joke, yes.
Come on, fun side.
That is one superpower God didn't give me. Because he know the kind of ruction I would have make if I could have sing.
Come on, fun side. Do the thing now.
The day I wake up with Chris Brown voice, I will rule the world.
So all you hear how my voice singing right now?
Oh, no, no.
Are you like the
Listen.
corniness?
No, I sing on
Nah,
my voice.
nah.
I don't. I surely come in when I come in here. All I hear my voice how it song.
A carpenter don't blame me tools.
Nah.
Now you want to blame for your voice.
And besides that, real recognize real. So just do your thing now.
Nah, it's okay.
Real
It's sing
recognize
so
real.
good and all this thing. It's dry season. Let's fun size change it to rainy season. Now it's not too much bushfire right now. I'm trying to bring some rain.
Hey, Wendell, so let me get it straight. So because KK not in the box or whatever. They want to
That's fine,
torture
yes.
me now. Everything aimed towards me.
Oh Lord.
Okay. I see how it is.
She making Sahara dust blow. What's going on here? I will not have all here as fun size new manager. I will not have all here. All right.
That happened?
Yeah, again 45% off the top. You understand?
45%, buddy.
So what's going on? I did not see anything noteworthy in news
That HTC Bacchanal.
except who it is? Vogue magazine is now calling Afros. What is it? Cloud Bobs.
With disrespect.
Cloud Bobs.
Wendell!
Once as the manager, that's a very small contract. What the ass? Where's this man? Where's this one?
Oh my God, look!
Y'all went over the 62 million visits. Hey, did that really happen?
But yes,
What's this girl name, boy? Nis Doll or something? I saw a video with her talking about it, and I was supposed to get into it, and I it slipped my mind. So apparently, with the 62 million, we assume men went on a website to learn how to do some very unsavory things to women and not be detected.
while they drugged or asleep.
Yeah, MSP. So they went on a website to learn how to drug women and
Yeah, Grape Academy.
and do them kind of things, and that is deplorable. That what's that?
Cheese ball.
Cheese balls.
He was.
Them big, I'll try and tell you something. I
Hey,
don't
big
know.
alien, that make me remember I had too much cake in my back there.
You understand?
Okay,
Million. Well,
Exactly, million.
62 and I wish I almost wish they have the metrics to see where the most of those visits came from.
Oh no, I don't think we want that kind of smoke. Not another reason to call Trinidad and something.
No. I know even semantics is just, it just make you wonder, boy.
But that's
See
not
the
Trinidad,
US.
I worried.
US
I'm
and
worried.
Europe. I'm sure about that.
No, I am worried Trinidad is shopping some places that not flattering
Yeah, sure. That's tough and
I
some
don't think
things
that's one
that
of the places.
at
I
all.
the site
refuse
ranked.
to believe that's one of the places.
If we could kill Michael Jackson, you know we showing up anywhere.
The
You
site
know, that's
is
true.
ranked 551
You
worldwide.
understand? If we could kill
300.
the king of hip hop,
What's the name of this thing?
That's true, that's
you
true.
did.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
TV was invented in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what was invented in Trinidad and Tobago?
Television.
Really?
Yeah, the technician who invented the television worked on it in Santa Cruz, Trinidad.
Well, you know, Miss Peter I sure they're gonna find a way to hide who teaching it and all this thing.
Well, I'm frying chicken.
Well, right.
Motherless shut
We hear
down.
the story.
Nah, somebody find something that ain't coming from my side.
So they tell me.
So they're hearing something like
Yeah, somebody
fried chicken
found.
So, yeah. These are all
They
my-
find something in the
or
background.
catering.
But I mean,
Prezi, like your lines cross with somebody else, yo. Like whoever it is in the kitchen right now.
nah.
Remember back in the day, sometime you're on the phone and you hear somebody else in the background?
There's not a landline and somebody beating. Nah, nobody beating. That is the ever-present sound of my washing machine.
Oh.
Wait now.
Oh, mommy.
What is this, boy?
Yeah.
Yes. A guy did it to his wife. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
4 years.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all remember reading the case about the man who was bringing in men to essay his wife while she slept?
No.
Putting something into her tea to let her sleep early, and then bringing in men to essay her, and she would get up every morning feeling weird and sick, and she wanted to know what is jail really going on or whatever, and you know she can't explain it, and he had a feeling she
Giselle
crazy, and
Pellicott.
yeah,
Um,
and then years later,
just
it was
now,
like 76.
so this thing blew up again as a CNN as equals investigation. In shocking group chats, men encourage one another to drug and assault their wives and swap tips on getting away with it.
Wow.
What?
Own daughter.
The world was confronted by this form of internet-enabled abuse in 2024 during a mass and drugging of trial of Dominique Pellicott and 50 other men in southern France. So Warlord was right about the European influence there. It was on a so-called dating website chat room without her knowledge. What?
Stop the word.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna
going
get off.
Yeah, going on. Oh God, this is disgusting. While drugged unconscious by him,
And you're going back with it.
she was no, because I don't want to.
You're flabbergasted.
Yeah, boy. Listen,
Yeah.
they said while drugged unconscious by him, She was essayed by over 200 times by 70 men, not all of whom could be tracked down by police.
So here we
I
have to
don't know why.
realize, right?
Shanti Mel.
Yeah.
Shanti Mel now saying he did it to their dog.
Wait, what? Let's see. That's the thing on the Yes, no. You said that he did it to the daughter too?
Yeah, he did it to the daughter by 25 men.
No way, boy.
Or 25 men were charged.
Mad world we live in, right?
What kind of madness?
The rain come back.
Nah, the rain. I rather the rain than listening to my what do you call it?
Well, I mean, because we think about what class, what that whole thing is based on, and think about what you're reading now. It's not the same thing.
I think you know these things exist. I think we know these things exist. But to put it out on such a platform and for so many people to access it and be interested in that kind of thing, that's a different kind of. I don't even know what to say. This is madness.
Sexual deviance. Well, I mean, you know, they are
Insanity.
all around in society. That's just an avenue for them to practice or to fulfill.
Well, they work among us.
I think the woman said I was lucky to find the videos because truly it would have been a bit difficult to believe because I had no marks.
Oh, okay.
Valentina doesn't remember the abuse, but it left psychological scars. So how she find out about this, boy?
Videos.
Oh,
So it has certain ones that he would have taped and put on the internet.
what is this? The iPhone size phone again.
That's your pioneer.
The iPhone size phone dying again. Every time phone size phone dying. Or I'm reading on CNN.com because I think they kind of broke the story. Shanti Mel.
I wanted to talk about the Giselle Calico thing. So Dominic Calico, which is her husband, was found in the mall, in a mall in France, taking pictures of women's underwear, right? Of course, putting his phone down and taking pictures of women as they pass.
Right.
And somebody made an alert, and he was caught by the police. And when the police went to his phone, they realized that he
That's
had
the question.
so
I was like,
much-
right. That I was like
Yeah.
trying to figure
So
out
that's
how
how
it
they
came
found
about
it.
now. Oh, so
Right.
and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Well, it snowballed because they realized the women, a lot of it was this particular woman, and it's only when the woman came, I think, to bail him out or whatever, they realized it's his wife. So they
So-
told her, listen, this is what we found on the phone of you.
So wait.
Then-
Wait. One thing I kind of confused about. Oh, Giselle is the daughter.
Giselle is the wife. The daughter has a different name.
Who's Valentina then?
I think Valentina is the daughter.
Just
But Giselle,
wait. No. They're saying. Oh, you're right. So wait. They say like Dominique and Peter, Valentina said her husband was spending lots of time online, possibly seeking a self-education in that thing. So that was kind of confused. Who is who? All right, go ahead.
it made Valentina may very well be a separate thing. Is what they found is that they found a ring essentially. So this one man had like over 50 men and videos of it all, of these men coming into his house and abusing his wife, right, raping his wife, and he was charging them. Some of them, they were doing it for free. It was just a ring up, all of them doing it. A lot of these men, their defense in court was that he gave them permission, and they assume that she knew because he gave them permission because this is something that people do. Now, how can I give you permission if I am dead to the world?
And they call
So-
it this, they have a name for this, they call it drug facilitated sexual assault.
Yes, a sexual assault is a nice way of saying rape, and I really wish people would stop using the term because it is what it is. But the reality is that this man would have done that, and it was a huge case in France last year. She testified in the case, like openly testified, so she didn't treat the case as private, which allowed people to understand and know what was going on, because had she decided to keep it as a closed case, people would not have known these things were happening. This man was doing this with truck drivers, delivery people, random people in the neighborhood. His neighbors were all having sex with his wife for years.
And I'm reading here,
It was
last
like a
year,
kill.
the UK Communications Service regulator, Ofcom, investigated Motherless.com, not for the site's content, but for its parent company, the Luxembourg registered Kick Online Entertainment SE. That can't mean what I think it means. Allegedly failing to complete a suitable and sufficient illegal content risk assessment.
That is the sidekick. Do you know what the sidekick is? You all remember the app Kick?
Oh,
They didn't
KIK,
make
okay,
it-
yeah. Oh, that's
So
them.
essentially, people used to talk on Kick, right? So,
So-
it is a Belgium company, a Luxembourg company. So that's what it is. The SA doesn't mean sexual assault in this
Yeah,
case.
yeah.
I think it's like LLC.
But
What
how
is
you
it
put
called?
that in the name of your company? That is madness, yo.
No, it's online entertainment. I don't think the SA meant sexual assault.
What
I
it
mean,
meant?
like
Something else.
That's
it
what I was
might- it
saying.
might-
Like, what?
it might be like LLC.
Yeah.
Okay,
In a different country,
in a
right?
different, okay.
So
Because I like, nah,
limited
ain't no way.
Yeah, they didn't put it like that, but this is how they hide, and like this thing with the Motherless site, 62 million visits accounts to roughly 1,500 visits per second, right? 1,500 visits per second doesn't mean repeat visits. Those are organic visits. So
Good morning,
1,500
Sharon.
people at a time are going on these sites
Uh-huh.
looking for ways to rape women, looking for ways to drug women, looking for ways to abuse women.
Sharon, we're not good right now. Now this topic here kinda
And
What-
so my point is, and I don't want to stay long, my point is that I believe that men need to be as angry about this as women are. Because you hear it all the time, and men are, you might have a situation where you find out your partner abusing somebody. You're like, never, not my partner. He's not
Yeah.
that kind of guy. But how would you know? Because they're not going to admit doing these things. Look like that guy who killed his wife yesterday or the day before. He's a senator or councillor or something in
I
the
about
US.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's been abusing his wife for years. She's trying to get a divorce, and he decide, you leaving me, I'm going to kill you. He killed this woman, and in front of her children, no less. And people are like, he was such a great fat brother, and he was such a good guy. Like, I don't want to hear about your good guy, pal. Like, this is literally what he did. He killed, like, it doesn't get worse. This is what he did. I don't want to hear about how good his legacy was, and that's one of the things we do as people is that we have this reverence for death, to people in death, when they do not deserve it. They don't deserve it. When you do something like that, when you find out your partner putting his girl or your partner not taking care of his children, men should be locking up the partners for them kind of thing, because that's not people they should want to be around. But I guess it's difficult sometimes for people, because even like women,
Not for
I've
me.
had friends, I find out you cheating on your husband, and you go from me, I don't want to be around you.
Not for me.
I know okay with that kind of stuff, because I think sometimes people need to have a very strong line of boundary with the type of people that you involve in your life. I hope that they go to that site and they track every IP address that visited that website, and that they could find the people who use it, who got ideas, who got it, because that might solve more crimes than you think.
Yeah.
And this is on the regular website. This is not even the dark side of the internet.
There's a regular,
Imagine
open
the things
website
that are
that anybody
happening
could
outside
go
here.
on.
Anybody could go on. That's crazy to me.
But there's the
That's
thing.
crazy.
There's the thing. Me personally, I don't know about anybody else, but as is well documented on this app, I have no problem. I don't care how good we is. I catch you in folly. I locking you off. I me. To others might feel different. But again, to allude to the Nisness doll video, now 60 something million visits that we have to assume that is men by and large. It's still not all men. You understand? And I understand the horror and the shock and the everything, but I still don't believe you could put all men in that box, because I know personally I couldn't. Now
I'm not saying no, you know. There are women that do shit. I'm not saying no. What I am saying
I'm not
is,
even but I'm
what
not
I
even
would
making
like-
the point that women involved. No, I just saying, because I use it. I assuming that this is the majority of these 60 something million people is men, right? Assuming
Yes.
it's still not all men, because she was coming from the standpoint.
I'm not saying no.
She was coming from the standpoint of man again. You see what I tell her about man and man doing this one, and then now 62
Yeah, but-
million is a
but-
broad brush, but you can't paint that broader brush
But
as
that's
all men.
62 million. That's
No,
62
62
times
million is a
the-
staggering thing, but does that speak for all men? Is that a
So,
big
President,
enough sample
what-
size for all
No,
men?
no, and I
Well,
don't
was
think
men.
I think we need to not conflate the issue about her post alone.
No,
My issue
I'm
is
just
that men
I'm
need
just
to
taking
be-
issue with her post because this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna read. Look, I just think, and I'm kind of horrified. I'm kind of uncomfortable with this, because it's like, wow, boy, I have a daughter. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I could understand the shock and the horror and everything, and then the staggering amount of people involved in this. But I still don't think you could paint that broad brush of all men.
People.
No, but
Yeah.
here is why it has to be painted. Because this statement is always not all men, but it is always a man. Let us be fair.
Nah, it's not always a man.
No.
We could say,
It's not always a man.
listen, I get
No,
that.
I say
get
flat out no, because you
for
don't.
the
you
large
can't ignore
majority
the
is
role of-
men, and that you can't say that it's not the large majority is men. Let us be fair.
You cannot
might not be
ignore
you.
the role of
It
Ghislaine
might not be
Maxwell.
you.
And that's
The
a
minute
perfect
we
example.
try having semantics about, because men don't want to identify with that nastiness, you don't want to identify with that. That's not me and that's not my partners. I don't know anybody who behaves like that, and I get that. I can agree with that. But at the end of the day, 62 million is a 62. It barely have countries that have 62 million people. Trinidad and Tobago has 1.5 million people. That is about 58 times the size of Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine all of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago being somebody who participates and actively does things like this. So why I can agree that it is not an indictment on all men. The reality is 99.99% of the time it is a man. The situations
I don't
of
agree with that.
situations where there are women who are doing things, yes, there are women who are doing things, and everybody should be suspicious of everybody in the end. That's my opinion. I am suspicious of everybody. I don't want nobody around my child. I don't want no woman around my child.
No,
I
as
don't
you
want no man
should
around my
be.
child, because you don't
As
know
you
who
should
is
be.
who.
But this is the mistake we make. We paint that broad brush and put everybody in that. It's still so many unknowns about that 62 million.
But
You understand?
Prezi, think about it. Think about
And
it for a
that's not
second.
the issue.
Out of that 62 million, Prezi, how much you think is men?
I believe the majority is men.
Okay, so then that statement that they make, when a woman, from my understanding now, as a older man, when women say that, they say all man is because when you meet somebody that you don't know, they assume that okay, you're a threat. Let me put it in basic terms then. If a woman walking down the street and an unknown man walking up to them, You don't know this man. Your number one self-defense or self-preservation instinct is to label that person as a threat until you can ascertain that they're not a threat.
So, but why they a
understand?
threat? Because he's a man?
It's because in the physical realm, men could overpower women. Well, most men could overpower a woman because physically we're not the same, right? You understand? So as a female now, when they see a man, they see you as a threat until they could ascertain that he's not a threat.
You see, and again,
And that's how
I
that's how
think
it
men
is.
take it as an
Again,
indictment on
again,
them, and you're
okay,
using it
again.
as that.
That's a fact.
no, but look, when we say, hey, it's not all men or whatever, you're saying, oh well, it's not. Oh, let's not get into semantics. But then, when you want to say, well, oh, it's the majority of men, it's always a man or whatever, that's moving the goalpost, you know. You understand?
No, but it isn't moving the goalposts, and I can understand because people will feel immediately defensive because again, you're saying I am not a man, my partners are not those men. I grew up with men who I know would never do things like this. So
You
in
don't
your
know
mind,
that.
it's like you
You
can't
don't know
say
that.
that it's all men because I am not a person, and I get that. I
Let
can
me
agree that it feels like an indictment on
Go ahead,
men.
Sensi.
allow me to say something. I am hearing a lot of generalization. But I think we should start with the fact that we're talking about people visiting a site or hits on a site. There is a difference, right? And I think that something like this will also attract curiosity of both genders. It might, right, attract the curiosity of both genders. So we have to be careful about trying to make definitive statements about the article
Yeah.
without actual evidence in front of us. And I agree with Prezi. Why say is men when the bigger picture is that this is people doing the wrong thing. It is people behaving like animals. And look at where the conversation ended up just now. We switched from talking about the offense, and this is something that disgusts all of us here, to it being about, okay, how you approach a stranger. And that is how we are allowing our society and people around us to crumble. We rather approach people with negative, expecting the worst from them. When there are people out there who still good, and I still believe is the majority of people out there good. And that is perhaps Prezi and myself, we might see the perspective as for somebody to come and say 99% of men. I operate on evidence base. Give me the statistic.
And that'll be
right?
empirical
But
evidence
these are
too.
statistics.
Give us
Okay,
the
so
evidence.
what are the statistics on the amount? Let me assume is men. Let me assume it's all men, right? Not a woman hit up that side. Where's the statistics on how many people actually put what they learned into practice? We don't
will never know.
You'll never know,
You
and
will
that's what
never
we're
know.
saying. So, am I a bad guy because I clicked on motherless.com and I watched to see
But
what's
that's
going
not
on?
what I'm saying.
But this is
That's
why
not
you
what I'm
can't paint the
saying.
broad
The
brush.
article
This is why you
saying
can't
No,
paint.
I-
visit the site.
I have
So
a
this is
question.
why the conversation is coming to a place where you all are getting defensive about the broad brush.
No.
But what I want or what I would like
Trying to clear
is for
up
men
something
to be
before you
as
make it a bigger
no.
mess.
I am saying, because this is not a mess, this is a conversation we can all have.
It's
I am a
not a
woman who has been
conversation
sexually
when you-
assaulted.
when
I am a
you-
woman who has been abused. I am a woman who has been robbed twice. I've had a man try to rape me in front of my yard, me going in my yard with nobody business. 2 o'clock in
I
the
am
morning.
sorry to
I
hear
have had
that.
things to me, however, no, please allow me to finish. It does
I am
not
sorry
mean
to hear that.
I think every single man is bad. That is not what I am saying. What I am saying, however, for every negative thing that has happened to me in with regard to the agency or lack of agency of my body, it has always been a man. That is my point. I am not saying it is all men. I am saying, but it is always a man. No woman has ever tried to
But you
beat me
can't say
anywhere.
it's
No woman has
always
ever
a
tried to hold
man
me
because
down.
it's not
It
always
is
a
always
man.
a man.
I could
Okay,
say something, please.
sure.
It's not always
Right.
a man.
So, all right, I could understand from your point of view, Chantimel, because that is your personal experience and that is your trauma, right? And because of that, I don't think that you would be impartial to the conversation when it comes to something like this
I
because
can
of
be.
their
I am
trauma,
the, I
right?
am the mother of a son. Of
Right.
course, I
Just
am
no,
impartial. I can have impartial.
wait. I feel like what I could take from what you are saying is that men need to be as angry as women are about this thing happening. Men need to be a lot more vocal, especially those who don't agree with it. Like how Presley and Sensi was like you literally saw how disturbed this thing came across to them. So men who don't believe in these things need to be more vocal about it and more outraged, right? I understand that part, but I don't agree with the broad brushing, as they said. I don't agree with the broad brushing. Yes, a lot of the time it's men, but it's women as well, right? And for me, I thinking like if I go on that side, I would probably want to see if that is something that could possibly happen to me and how I could prevent it from happening. And if I could think like that, I am pretty sure that there are other women out there that would think like that. And if there are other women out there that think like that, I'm pretty sure that majority of the women that went on that site was for that exact purpose.
You know, how
Right?
many
I
people?
don't
And if you do that fun side, you'll be counted amongst the people who visited the site.
exactly
Out
everybody.
of curiosity.
And there's the thing about statements we make. If you're gonna make a statement saying, "Oh well, you're getting defensive about this," I'm not defensive about anything because I didn't do anything. Right? That's one. But now, when you introduce your personal experience, and not to take away from what you experienced was horrible, and I'm sorry to hear that your experience and that you went through that. But now you introduce your personal bias into the thing, which makes your broad brush statement even less credible. Because you could very well be feeling the way you feel about this because of your personal experience. You understand? So that's if you all remember the thing a couple of years ago. Oh, if a woman was in the forest and she had to, I guess, trust a man or a bear. How many women
Right,
chose the
yeah.
bear over the man? And all, these where these kind of things has come out of. And that's the point I was trying to make about the one video that I saw about this thing. I'm not saying every woman has this view of what it is. I'm a man and I'm horrified. I have a daughter. I can't begin to think about the violence I would unleash if something like that happened to my daughter. You understand? God forbid. So I am horrified. As a man, I am horrified. This is crazy.
I want to say
Alright,
something.
Prezi, let me put something to everybody in here. Okay. So while I was on tour, right, we were going house to house through neighborhoods and things. You know what the number one directive is? Guess what it is?
Source morning.
Don't be
Everybody is a
now-
threat.
Okay, right.
That's we going through these neighborhoods. Everybody is a threat. No matter if he is 1 year old, or
Man,
100
woman,
years
or
old.
child. Okay.
Male, female, dog, cat. Everybody's a threat. That's the directive we moving with.
Right.
Okay, and the reason why we moving with that directive is because command say anybody could take out you or they could take out the whole platoon with you.
Right.
Okay,
I want,
that's what we moving with.
I want to
We
say
don't know
something
these
else.
people. These people don't know we. You understand? But that is what we moving with. So if you are a person who went through some kind of physical trauma, right, male or female, you understand? Whatever that source of trauma was, anything that resembled that, going to be that.
Yeah.
Okay? In your mental state.
No, I don't say no.
Okay.
I don't
So-
say no.
You know, so when some people say some things like that, you can see why they say that is because mentally that's what
No,
they
I understand it. No,
Right?
I understand it. It's not that I don't understand. I understand where Nis Doll said what she said. I understand why Shanti Mel saying what she's saying. But just to keep it, on paper.
Yeah.
You understand? Go ahead,
Yeah,
Sensi.
so you can see where that come from. You understand?
I wanna
And
say something else
speaking
here.
as a man, being around men, we know it have men like that. You understand? When you hear them talk, you know them is something suspect about them. You understand?
Of
And
course,
when them
we
start to talk, I
also-
can't be around nobody like that.
Yes, sir.
We also
Just
have
so.
to be
Because I
careful.
watch it
Just so,
sideways
Warlord.
from now on.
Yes, sir.
We have to be careful as well when we make statements like, I know this one, and this person will never do that, and that one will never do that.
Can't put your head on a
Right
block
here
for
in Trinidad
nobody.
and Tobago, right here in Trinidad and Tobago, we have a gentleman who has the initials HB. I'm not calling his name intentionally, and I hope nobody does. The case still going on. And he was in charge of a national body to take care of children. And at this point in time, he stands accused of interfering with a young boy. And it is not just hearsay, it is not just charges were laid. And a public apology actually came from the individual. Right? So you never know, right? I not putting my head on a block for nobody. You
Yeah, you
always leave
can't.
room for
You cannot.
disappointment
You cannot. You can't.
because human beings do horrible things.
Right?
They do
And listen,
horrible
see,
things.
if we as men can say that, we know the truth about that. You
And
understand?
to take Shanti Mel's point further, you as a man, if you mightn't be in that, you know, but if you find out, well, your partner come and say this off comment, or you're accustomed saying this something off, and you start to see this thing in him, it don't matter if that your partner from primary school, nursery school, wherever it is, you have to cut ties with that person, because that, you see that right there? Because
Right
guess
there.
what? If you find out that this person is doing whatever they're doing, you become complicit. Just by association. And just by you not saying anything. You just as bad. You didn't do anything, you know. And you know about that, you know. But just the fact that you turn a blind eye to this thing, you become complicit. Right?
There was a girl who did a TikTok recently where she asked a question. When was the first time that you felt unsafe with someone, or you felt like, like you were approaching a sexual way, right? And a lot of women commented on it, and she collated the data. It was like 3,000 plus comments. And the majority of people had their first sexual assault or sexual experience at age 5, then age 7, and then it varied out until age 12, right? And I want to say that while as communities, I think one of the things that we have done over time is encourage things, and we have protected people that should not be protected. There are many families, we know that there is a person who is somebody that you're told not to go around. There is a person coming over to the house, and you might tell your daughter, put on some clothes because this person coming over. And women, for a long time, have upheld those things because this uncle is providing or supporting the family, or this father is supporting the family, or granddad, he's the patriarch of the family, and despite him having sex with all the girls in the family, interfering with all the daughters, all the cousins, all the nieces, he is not given the opportunity to be accountable for his things because he has taken care of the family, or people are afraid. There are so many of those things still going on. And for the fact that so many women can come up into a comment and say that the first time they have been touched inappropriately or asked to do something inappropriate, whether it's oral sex or whatever the case is, as early as age 5, there were people who had memories of things earlier than that. That is a problem. This is something that we keep doing in society that has to stop. I talk to my son all the time. I don't want to hear no space with no girl, no time. If you see your friends hanging out at a particular thing and there's one girl in the crew and everybody's drunk, you drop her home or call her Uber for her. Don't be alone with her nowhere. Get her ass home.
To get blamed for nothing.
Nothing. Everybody lying and so and so. A girl tell you no. If she tell you no once, or if she tell you yes, and in the midst of it she tell you no, brother man, pack up, shop, roll up, and get the hell home. because
Yes,
it
that.
is so easy for people
I
to be
wonder if I can
caught up in
find this
things
thing.
that they shouldn't be caught up in. I talk to my son, he's probably so sick of me. But at the end of the day, he is going to be a man. And I
Like
know
why
how
you
it
put
is.
some inspiration, bro?
Huh?
I
Listen,
see you
I
writing like
pray.
you
No,
like
in
you're
that
filming
video, in
something.
that video, I wanted to show, as she mentioned, consent now.
Got 3 man living in my house now. I can't even say children anymore because all them big now. They almost tall like me. It's 3 man I've lived in my house. And when they reach age 12, 13, I had to put them down, and me and the grandfather had to sit down and have the talk with them about females, about sex, about all of that. I make sure I lay out everything for them. You understand? And the responsibility of you as a man, what your responsibilities are. You understand? I mean, my 2 youngest one, they looking at me and they watching each other like, what are you talking about? You understand? Because them still on game and playing football, and them
In a
ain't
sense,
studying
in a
beyond that.
sense,
You
yeah.
understand? Yeah. You understand? But you have to let them know, because when I watch their friends now, their friends fast. These young men and them, they're very fast.
Yeah.
You understand? Because when I hear what they talking and thing, I know there's be around people who just be saying those things and they be
And that's
seeing
the
things.
thing. It might
You
not be your
understand?
child, but your child
Yeah.
liaising with other children who way more advanced and, you know,
Yeah. You
and
understand? And
that'll be
watch
the bad
me.
thing.
Prezi, listen, Miss Sharon was on a live a day, and when I walk upstairs, I see my son with all his friends. So I started questioning them, who is you? Where you live? Who's your father name? And when I finish get all of them name, I say, listen, you see my son? I say, if anyone only get my son in trouble, I come and fall you, can't know where you live. And I know where's your father name, I come and fall you. Ask Miss Sharon, she was on the phone. I done played my trip, my boys and them here. All of them friends, I let them know. You understand?
Stop threatening the
I
people.
saw them here.
Well,
Well, first, and you had to get them when they come to your house first. Soon as they come through, who is you? What you doing here? You understand? They be looking like, what really going on inside here? Yeah, you have to
And-
put needles in them. Let them know. My churn is not the one to get in trouble. You understand? I
Just
come and fall here.
But to stick a pin in that, one of the things, I wonder if I could find this thing now, boy. Shanti, I'll touch on somewhat consent. They have a real nice video about consent on YouTube. I wonder if I could find this thing, boy. Let me see.
And I well missing my Maxi music, boy.
Well, today, that's
So we
not.
went on that serious part today.
Yeah, we you know, but I tried. I didn't want to. I kind of have a habit of straying away from the tough topics and but sometimes something like this we had to go through this. We couldn't.
Yeah.
We can't turn
I
your
know
back on
about
something
that.
like this. This is too egregious, you know.
Well, something I need to say, you know, with the how Warlord and something I was talking about having the talk and so forth, right? Now, you see that talk thing, I feel like that's something that is supposed to be reinforcing. It have some parents that would talk to the children once about it, and then automatically they assume that they're supposed to just know from the bat what to do from what not to do. I feel like the talk should be something that you're constantly talking about and not in a degrading manner. Because I remember growing up and my mom used to be like, Belina, hide this and and you know how they used to talk, and every single time something happened, don't bring no child here. No. that's not the way to do it.
What you call that,
Right.
a Caribbean thing?
Yeah, but for me I feel like
Yeah.
if they
That's
reach
a
the
bad
age
one.
and you have the talk with them about responsibility and what you're responsible for as a man, what you're responsible for as a woman, and consent and all of these things, is something that I don't even feel like yearly. It's something
That's
every couple
interesting.
months or whatever. You pull them aside and ask them how everything is going. Ask them if they have any questions. Ask them if they have any concerns. Because I just always say, if you don't train your children, the streets will. And the streets will not
That
treat
is
them.
so true.
They won't train them the way that you would. You would take your time and train them so that you could protect them. But the streets shouldn't teaching them anything.
That is interesting. Cyril children really are held to good
Oh
training.
God, Cyril Chern again. Oh God.
Yeah,
Don't
I
have
have
a
to say, I have to
single
say.
thing Cyril Chern don't get blamed for, you know.
Say it. Cyril children are held to good through because of the parents. The parents is tell you, don't bring grandchildren to me early, right? Hear me out. And then when you get older, the same parents watching your cut eye.
Yeah. My
Make
mom
up
will
all
still
your
be like, when
mind.
you bringing one?
Make up your mind.
Everything about time
Don't
and
watch me
place.
cut out.
Time and place.
Because you ain't paying my bills.
Time and place.
But that
Well,
goes
I
to
just-
relationships
think-
too, eh? Because
I-
they don't teach us how to be in relationships, how to deal with each other, how they don't want to show love, because if they show love around and they show people kissing, we go
Rebel
pick it up
Rango,
and
good
want to
morning.
kiss. Like
Listen,
Yeah,
it's
but
always
we-
something weird.
understand
correct.
this though, Shanty Mel,
You're correct, Shanty.
Big Al, Warlord. We can would it be safe to say we should be, by and large, Cyril Chern, should be a little more educated than our parents were, or a little more refined. It might not be educated, but a little more refined in that you could probably articulate certain things better than your parents could. I know I can. I know I can. Because we have the fancy education now. We have all the nomenclature. We know all the psychological words and all this. You understand? So we know how to kind of bring it across a little more palatable than, hey, don't bring no child here, you know. You understand? So, like my father, we asked me the other day, so that is the day, you done there? You just have one and done? What you want?
Right, yeah, what did you want?
What you want?
He didn't have to figure vasectomy.
Mind you.
What do you
it
want?
just-
How can I help you, sir?
No, don't get me wrong, eh? Parents do the best that they can with the resources that they
That they have,
and I think
right.
Every parent wants the child to do better, right? But it comes back to the conversation about space and resources. You go in and have a set of children to live with in a tenement yard,
Yeah.
right? To everybody to build upstairs, to build a shed in the back. No, we don't cater. Cyril
said-
and Cyril Children. Sorry if your grandfather named Cyril. I'm not talking really about him, but maybe I am. Right? Cyril didn't cater for the space
Right.
to grow comfortably as a family unit or a piece of land down in the trace. Well, you know, I buy that when I was younger, and you could
Right.
take that when you get big. That is for all year.
Right.
Some they don't have the opportunity or the resources to do it, so we're in a kind of vicious cycle. Slowly, some will crawl out of it, but unfortunately, the majority just living from paycheck to paycheck,
I
right?
mean,
And waiting for mommy to
Endless
close the
road.
eyes to get the front room.
oh Lord.
Remember I tell you. Remember I told you.
So Sharon said we need to have this open communication, create a space that the children can come to us and not run through. Yep, I have, Shantimel said, I have a lot of grace for my mother. No, this was something else. Was licks for exist. But I can't so much as shout at my son because she will be big mad. Yeah, because she make all she mistakes with you, you know. Now she refined. She know how to treat your son. Your son going and get all the nice treatment and all the, you know, all the nice words and things. You get all the licks, and now he good and get all the love up. But that's just how it does go. She was growing, you know. We talked about that just the other day. Your parents were growing at the same time. You know, they were growing. And now they kind of reach up a point where there's pros at the whole parenting thing now. So your son going to experience it more than you did. At least as a, yeah, that's my job as, yeah. If you listen to my brother tell it, he get all the licks, and me and, you understand, I ain't get a scratch. Why? I was not stupid as you, sir. I know what we're dealing with. I know what we're dealing with. I know. Don't use my guinea pig. I know what you get licks for. I'm not going to repeat that.
You're in the corner taking notes.
I taking note. Oh, that way you do? All right. I not to do that. And that is it.
Yep, exactly. You have to learn. You have to learn from the
Lonzo,
mistakes of
morning.
your brother.
Lonzo in the corner, they quiet.
Oh,
Happy Friday, man. I did taking any topic. I came in kind of late, so I kind of catching up.
Yeah, we started talking about, I don't know if you know about that whole motherless.com thing with the 62 million people trying to learn how to do all kind of things to women. And
No, I know. I don't know what is it called again?
motherless.com.
We not telling you to go and look.
Motherless.com.
Alonzo,
Yeah.
Alonzo, we're not telling you to
Yeah,
go and look.
yeah, don't go and look.
Bro,
But
the site
but
has
this is news to me. This is
investigation.
news to me. I never hear about this.
Because it could be +1.
You can read up on it, but don't go on the site. I don't even know if the site's still up.
Plus
I think
one.
they took it down. I hope.
It's under investigation right
I hope
now.
they
So
take
it.
try and
So-
stay
so-
stay
I
away
go
from
Google it.
Shantimel, they took it down, or the site's still up.
I think it's still up, but it's under investigation because they just released the So February was 62 million, March was 81.
I mean,
So now we're
81
talking
what,
about
views?
20 million.
you know what I want to know? No, that brings a bigger question now. So in my mind, in the United States, with all these freedoms, can such a website exist legally? And I think it can, you know.
President,
It can.
from the time you start to send certain pictures, they're going to have access to everything that they're going to get alert number one.
Yeah.
They're going to put you in a file and then
no,
they're
but
going
within certain parameters.
Yeah, but what they did, right, is they sort of find a way to get the loophole. Because what they're
Right.
doing is not sharing images, right? What they're doing is sharing tips.
Tips, information.
You can't tell people they can't share tips. You can't tell them, well, like, because then they will obviously try to invoke the First Amendment. There is freedom of speech. Sorry, Fifth Amendment. They're going to say, well, I was given tips on X, Y, and Z, and it's up to the person to take it. Now,
And it's up to interpretation.
what they did is they showed some screenshots of where people were like asking, okay, my wife is 260 pounds. I'm afraid of overdosing her. So how many of this particular pill should I use? Like that's the type of information that they were sharing. So and specific to that one, to the drug-induced situation.
It sounds like a kind of Reddit type thing.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Well-
kind of like being on Reddit. It's like a written platform, so I don't think there are any photos or anything.
It's
At
more
least
like YouTube.
not only screenshots.
more like YouTube. You're going there for information on how to do something.
So I'm actually on Reddit, and 14 years ago, somebody asked, is motherless.com illegal? So this is how long this thing operating. Which could be a reason for the large number that you're getting, right? This 14 years ago. Considering how controversial the material posted on the website is, I'm surprised it hasn't been shut down. Is it illegal to view it in the US? And you know this person asking because they want to go and think, but they're trying to save their skin. Somebody said, no, it's perfectly legal. No, it isn't illegal for the same reason 4chan, which was another deplorable site, isn't illegal. They remove illegal content if it's reported to them. The only reason it has illegal content is because of the P site of the choice for 4chan. I haven't seen anything illegal on the site, but some things look like evidence of illegal acts.
Well, that reminds me of remember Rotten.com?
Yeah.
That can remind me of something like that.
Sort of, but Rotten.com was showing you a lot of just gore, violence
Yeah.
and gore and thing. But then
Yeah.
where Rotten went wrong, people were actually making their violence and gore and showing you what they was doing.
Okay.
So it's sort of the same thing, but this one is more heinous in that.
It was like a snuff site.
Yeah, it's like a big network of unsavory
Is it
characters comparing
Yeah.
notes.
It's a pedophile network. That's a pedophile network.
Yeah, and that's
Or offshoot of that.
it's just not cool. It's not cool. People be peopling, boy. 2026. Can't really
Okay.
be too surprised. 2026. That all kind of thing out there. Imagine what we don't know about.
Imagine what we don't know about. Imagine that site is 14 years ago. Somebody had
At
a
least
question
14.
about that site.
Let me see. That's the
That's crazy.
Oldest 14 years ago. Oh, I seen one from 15 years ago. This thing been
Where
operated
does
for a
that
while.
site originate from? What country?
I think it's a
Oh,
US
they said
site
it.
or
Didn't
Or
say
Luxembourg. It's also
Luxembourg.
kick. Yeah, it's a
Luxembourg.
US
European,
site.
right?
It's a European
Yeah,
site.
European. Yeah, it had to be there.
Well, you know that bunch of
Them-
saddists over there, you know.
You know these Caucasians be Caucasianing.
But this is not their first time something like this.
We
Exactly.
just-
Exactly.
I just hear right there.
What's that?
Shanti, you hear what Shanti say?
What'd you say?
I said the Caucasians be Caucasianing. You know
Oh,
they
Lord.
be
Oh,
they be
Lord.
Caucasianing.
Oh,
I
Lord.
wanted to
Hey,
drop
I
a
want
joke
to say,
before I go, please.
I don't need a disclaimer. I'm not going down for that part.
I wanted to just give you all a joke as well. We're talking about the talk with parents, right? And I was saying that I took the frankness of my mother. My mother is a very frank person. And at age 10, this is before common entrance. So at age 9 or 10, I had a cousin, one of my cousins from Grenada was living with us. So she sat us down to give us a talk one day. Because he was a year older than me, but he was entering puberty and stuff already, right? So she decided to have the talk with us. And you know what the talk with my mother was? The talk was, my mother said to the both of us, you know it's bullet. And the two of us, of course, trying not to laugh, was like, what? She said, I don't want Polly doing that. That was that. That was the talk. That was the talk. I just wanted to let you all know that was my
That's
talk.
some
And my,
Monica
You know, I never had the talk. I don't ever. I definitely know my father never gave me the talk. My mother never gave me the talk. I never had the talk, you know. The closest I had to the talk was introducing a girlfriend of mine to my mother and my aunts, who are very raucous when they get together, and they start questioning the girl, and I run. Cause me started up around there to hear them questions, but I don't think I ever formally had the talk.
No. Well, Prezi, I have 5 brothers. We grew up with my mom. My mom never hide anything. She
Right.
tell us everything plain. She say when you see you get older, you understand, your body going to go through changes. But she didn't say that nice. She said the wrong way.
She gonna say it,
okay?
yeah, right.
Yeah, she
But I
said the
think that's
wrong
the
way.
best way though.
Yeah.
I feel like the best way.
Yeah,
Don't
my mother
mince
never hide
words.
anything. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
say
she
it
never
up,
hide
say it
anything.
plain, say it in big. Just say it plain and say it
Yeah.
in big, you know? Let your kids understand what's going on. Don't make it too cute and you know?
Yeah.
Big Al,
I
did you
talked
get
to my boy-
did you receive the talk? As
No,
a
I grew up in a
prepubescent?
Catholic church. I grew up in a Catholic church behind the monastery, overlooking the cliff. I know I was.
You never get it?
We might have it this evening.
No, but Prezi, I
Might
get
have it
that
this
talk.
evening. I don't know.
We get that talk. You understand? And Prezi, you know what it is too? Besides my mother talking to me, I had older brothers. So if they see something going on, them used to talk to me too. You understand? You'd be like, look, so is the keys. And my other brother, my older brother, before me, he's something else. He used to tell me what to go and do. You
Well, right. So
understand?
you had somebody to, you know. So
Yeah.
that's like getting talk. I never even.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
an older brother, and I never got to talk from my older brother either. But, I'm not just thinking I haven't had that talk with my daughter either.
God.
But she about to turn 14. She'll get her talk just now, and I'm going to make it very uncomfortable for her.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah, nah.
you're wicked.
But
Yeah,
you know
no.
what-
I
what is too-
I'm gonna make it. I tell her only what's gonna happen. I'm gonna say, come, sit down here. And from the time I say the word sex, she gonna be like, Daddy. She gonna get uncomfortable. I know I tell her. I'm gonna make it real. I should record it, you know.
You gotta do the game that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, watch man.
All they don't know
Having
how
this
this
talk
little
with my
girl
two-
Do it while they're driving in the car.
Watch there.
in
I
the
mean,
car,
she
right?
already knows
Nah,
things,
nah,
right?
nah.
No, listen.
Yeah, you be fair.
Nah,
The kind of
that's how you
things-
sit down and have
everything
that talk, yeah.
The kind of things my daughter is becoming with all kind of political things. I be watching, but what you know about this? You understand? I don't think there's anything I could tell her that she already know.
Dad, I tell you right now.
We children more informed than us at their age.
Yeah, you already behind the 8 ball.
President take care, she can put you to sit down and give you the
She
talk.
might give me the talk.
She might ask your cousin, you might drive off the road by President.
You never know, but yeah, maybe it's time that we're talking about. Let's say that. I go tell she Monday. Today's Friday. Okay. Yeah, Monday we go have a little talk. I go let her know.
But you know what, Prezi? You have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I have 3 sons, right? So a part of the talk, the sex talk, is just part of it. The first part I start off with is, you are going from a boy into a man now. Now, being a man comes with certain responsibilities. You understand?
Okay.
So I start with the financial part. I always talk to them about finance. I tell them, look, I say when you see all the reach of age, all going to be millionaires by that time.
Cost to it. Okay.
You understand? Yeah. So we start off with that. So let them know that, look, you as a man, you have to make sure and get yourself financially stable. You understand? You need to have money in the bank.
Yeah.
You need to have some form of property, no matter what it is. You understand? Own something.
Right.
You understand? Because when you meet a female and you like that female, you decide you want to be with this female for the rest of your life and wherever else. You need to have a stable foundation for them. You understand? I tell them, look, all your father is a pilgrim. I come here to the States, I like the pilgrims who came here. You understand? I doing whatever it is I have to do to make sure and secure all the kingdom. You understand? That's why so when you see your father coming home 4 o'clock.
Well, I try to imagine you saying, don't have this talk.
With my 13 and 14-year-old, right?
So here's what.
Funny,
there are plenty calypsos out there that will do the job for you and start the conversation. You can play shadow, you're looking for horn, right?
Yeah.
It will take, and then together you'll analyze it. What is the calypso that you're saying here?
That
right?
Yeah, that could work. But now it's again.
That could be a creative way of doing it too, you know.
For boys, no.
But
for boys.
Yeah, but no. For we as men, we supposed to start tutoring these young men from small.
Yeah.
Put the ideas in the head. You understand? And show them.
But I like
the other
that.
thing is
Let them know about the
you can't just tell
part.
them one thing. You can't just tell them something and then you doing something else. So when they see how me and their mothers operate, they understand how a relationship is supposed to function. You understand? It's not the relationship is the relationship is not just me and my wife love one another. No. How relationship go? We don't argue. You understand? Stuff like that. We function as a team.
And I like how Warlord saying there, but that is also part of a process of indoctrinating them into what we call street sense. Because you should be able to drive your son or your nephew and carry them certain parts of town and let them know this is what has happened in this part of town. Right? You drive down the street, let them know this is what is happening here. So no partner can carry them down Vista Bella or anywhere. Or down Chase Village. Right? No partner can carry them nowhere and say, "Baby boy, we gonna take some drinks and things," and you end up in a club, you're seeing strange things happening, and then police bus, and you end up in trouble. You see, that level of street sense, that level of street sense is very important for young men.
Don't be like Prezi.
Know where the drug block is, know where this, that is, and avoid it at all costs. It has no peer pressure, it has no chain up. Additionally, and this is not something that not everybody will be able to do this for a young man, right? Basically, never see that comes with weapons. Get out of your system. Find a way to let them get out of the system. Whether it's cadets, whether it's police youth club, whether it's instructional videos. I prefer the hands-on. Understand some basic firearm safety, basic, and that you don't want any part of it. Any portion of our weapon constitute a separate charge. And for me, it boils down to me now, if I go in and somebody asks me for a job, you mightn't get the job. If it's somebody I don't want to feel to get the job, I'll ask you. You have anything on you? Smoke, this, that, the other. You need to make a declaration.
Yeah.
That is the level of transparency and mentorship that should be going on out there. Nobody going to do it for you.
One thing I want to add, man, when it comes to young men, I have a son and a daughter, and a lot of times the conversations can be the same topic, but the conversation, the delivery, usually have to be a little different. Because I find myself with my daughter. With my son, I just say as it is. He ain't like it, whatever. But my daughter, I got to be a little more delicate and balanced.
Yeah.
But with young men, man, I think but young men, we really have to teach them the importance of being able to walk away from situations. And people can say things, but don't get caught up in your emotions.
Yeah, emotions.
Yeah, and that's very, very important. And you don't have to feel like you need to be in everything. At times, I remember going up in Trinidad. At times when you can say, "No, they're good enough," or they fix up, and you go your way because you know where they're going. You have no right going there.
But Shanti Mel, on the topic of going through your kid's phone. Now, my wife was the one that used to go through my daughter's phone. I am having a very big issue with going through my daughter's phone. I know I should, but I find it hard to do so. And that's just me being me. I don't like to.
But why you feel you should go to your phone? I'm curious.
Well, me personally, I don't do them thing. I don't go through nobody's phone and them kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like her to have a set of privacy, and I like to kind of trust a certain amount of trust on her and responsibility.
Yeah.
Her mother now, on the other hand, her mother used to go through the messages and make sure everything kosher and all that. And I don't know. I just believe that's the relationship they had. I don't have that kind of thing in me.
Well, women like to be phone police anyway.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if. So that's the question I want to ask. As men, do you
partner?
As
don't
men
go with partner. I don't think I can handle that. My daughter. I have been with my daughter since she was 12 years old. She's 18 now, and I never one time went through her phone.
Yeah,
and that starts with a conversation. Like you say, you gotta have these conversations.
Yeah,
you gotta have these conversations.
I have no issue going through my son's phone. I gave him a phone at 11 when he entered Form 1. And I said, okay, this is yours. I want you to be responsible, etc. Now, I trust my son, but I am also very well aware that who my child is at home is probably a different person at school. I think it's wrong of any parent to assume that your child is the same person at home, because none of us were the same at home as we were in school. In addition to that, I don't know these people that we hang out with in terms of who their friends are. These kids now are different. They're not coming by my house till I'm after school. That's the thing at the past. I don't know most of these kids. So how I get to know them is by the little chats and stuff that they have. Now, my son is mixed and he looks more, the other side of him. He looks like me as my face, but he has straight hair. And one of my challenges is that he goes to a predominantly East Indian school. And sometimes the conversations in those chats, I'm like, there's too much flagrant use of the N-word in this chat, and you need to tell them that you are one. Don't be using that word. Yeah? I have to tell him, hey, this kind of conversation are happening in this chat. Those might be your friends. I say, but your friends are not going to be your friends anymore if they realize that you're here alone straight. They don't know what
I don't know. I mean, with all due respect, I don't know, man. I believe, I get what you're saying, moms and everything, but kids got to learn for themselves too, That's something that they got to, have the courage to defend eventually.
They have to learn how to traverse that. However, I think it is my role as a parent. I'm not saying that I will go through his phone until he reaches 20. I'm not saying that. I haven't gone through his phone in a little while, but that's because I trust who he is as a person. However, you can't leave room for error assuming that the child is going to do the same thing. In addition to the fact that you cannot control the influences of others. And
True.
sometimes you might come upon something that they might see as benign. They might see as a big deal. Like I remember him being like, "Mom, like you're taking it too seriously. It's not a big deal. He doesn't do X, Y, Z. He doesn't mean anything." I was like, "He
Right.
can't not mean anything, and you need to recognize that somebody using that word the way they do, who does not look like you, who does not have the genes you have, they never mean it in a positive way. And you have to
Yeah.
learn how to deal with that. Now, he might not see it as a big deal because it's his friend. His friend and him just go down good. His friend and them they don't have an issue. But it's a conversation I have with them all the time. They're not gonna want you to be with their sister, bro. They're not gonna want you around their family in a particular way, bro. Right? And I know that because I was with your father. So
Ah,
I know.
you know what?
Yeah.
That's a lesson you might have to learn. It's good that
Well, he
you're
will
there
have
to
to
tell
learn,
him,
but it's good to tell him.
but
You
yeah,
understand?
it's
So
good that you
he
have to
would
tell
keep it
him,
at the back of his mind.
but
There
he
are
will
other little
learn.
conversations. I'm like, first
You'll
of all, I
definitely
was like,
learn.
all I had no vocabulary. I want everything in this chat is effing, effing, effing. As so all I don't know no other words. No,
No, that's
he
part
not
of.
participating, but what he does is he says, "Hey, Ole, keep it calm. Remember, my mother just go through this phone." And everybody could be like, "All right, right, hi, Miss So and So."
But
Keep it
Shantimel,
moving,
you
right?
kind of different too. I can see you crashing the group video and hey, what you doing here? What you
But you know that
you
I
different.
done
So
meet small man who like to use the N word. I done meet him already, and my first thing was, "Hi, Jesse, how are you?
Hello,
Hi, Miss
Trisha.
So and So and So."
maybe the other
I
Right?
ones are
said,
also
"You
saying it
good?"
without fully understanding because of what they're hearing.
Correct.
Or what they
You see?
hearing, or
Because they're
what they
hearing other
raised
people
in.
say it.
But think about
And
yourself at that age when you finally you
of
get
course,
you're
we was
saying
doing
it and
all
you
kind
don't
of
have to
shit.
hide. You know, you're
We was
saying it
doing
and you
all
don't.
kind of shit.
Men can cook. You're saying it you
I
don't have to
went,
really hide and you understand. So
but my concern was
they're
because
trying it out for size.
of things that I have seen. Like I told them, I said, "Listen, there are some people house I will never send you by. That little boy, I don't want you by his house because I don't know what his parents are like or what they think like. You understand? No, they have other friends who we've been by their house. We have a good relationship with the parents. However, you can line by them. I said, that little boy, I don't want you by his house. I don't want you lying with him. When you get your car at 17, I don't want you lying with him because I could see 50 types of behaviors. And yes, parents have to learn on their own,
Yeah, you have
but
to.
our roles as parents is to assist them. And
True.
we cannot take that for granted because it have plenty lessons I should have learned, and my mother and they were just too afraid to talk about it or didn't talk about it, or
Right.
it's like the same thing like telling you, they ain't want you with no man, right? You think I don't want you bring nobody pregnant here, but they never teach you how to behave in a relationship. So when you get caught up in toxic things, they like, well, you should have known. How the hell I would have known? You never tell me
Guide,
how to go through that.
guard, and
Right.
govern. I like that, Sharon. Guide, guard, and govern. I'll write that down.
I don't play with my child. I mean, I hope he is who I am seeing him to be, who I think he is. He's getting ready for college in a couple years. So, like right now, we have some things to do to get him prepared. Because my thing is, you're going to be leaving me and go in a country by your damn self, to live by yourself, to sort out, like, I have to trust that you are going to be able to handle yourself
Yourself,
on
yeah.
your own. I don't want to have to be hopping on a plane from China every 2 months because you
But
can't manage.
Shantimel, you done lay the foundation so he go be good. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
I'm
And
willing to fight parents and things.
with that, we go jump into the positive vibes of the day. Jojo, give me a real funny positive vibes of the day. Jojo, I want to tell you, come down from there. He said his positive vibes of the day is drift a wheelchair a day keeps the haters away. Jojo,
Nice.
Jojo,
You study Jojo. How long I see?
Jojo. Yeah, I see Reef Poppy
Yes.
there just now.
Sharon said, guide, guard, and govern.
Trini Gale said when you learn to appreciate your journey, you stop rushing through life and start experiencing it. I love that. Oh, let's start living. Let me start living. What we rushing for? We all going to the same end. You understand? Wendell says if you're scared of losing, you have already lost. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Huh. Let me see. Well, Shanti Mel, what would be your positive vibes today? If you had to tell us something to see us off on a positive note, what would you say? Hey, Shanti
God,
Mel,
sorry, I
Shanti.
pressed the wrong thing.
Uh-huh.
I pressed the wrong thing.
What would be your
Much like Wendell's comment, I would say dance like nobody's watching. Dance like nobody's watching. Live your life the way you see fit. Having reached 40 and lived, I'm like my 30s because I was in corporate and just so afraid of anything taking my job away from me and just refusing to live my life the way I want to now. I missed out on so much. And I would say to anybody, there's only one life you have. There's only so much consequences. Now, don't be going on them sites and things, but just, you know,
oh Lord, now you don't go
live
back there.
positively, do the correct things, take the risks, have the joy, you know. It's happened to people don't want to play mass because they didn't feel their body ready.
Do it anyway.
I mean, do it anyway because, I mean, what are you going to do? You have to live your life. You pray to tell somebody something about yourself because what are you going to do? Cut your tail, like I cut your tail as an adult. Live your life as you feel. So,
Yeah,
dance
man.
like nobody's watching.
Love it. Lonzo!
Yeah.
Lonzo is giving it.
Hey, real
direct.
simple, man. You know, life is
Simple.
a journey, man. Live your life. Life is a journey. Live your life.
My latest teach back is about self-care. I would encourage people to choose you. Choose you. Choose yourself. Love yourself first. I love that, Sharon. KK said, always remember you are the sugar honey iced tea, period. Right? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with KK over there. KK on assignment. And, yeah, right, you understand? KK, what's going on with you? You forgetting anybody, right? I think that is everybody. Yeah. Oh, this fella here. Sensi, hear ye.
So, big dreams. Get it again? Big dreams.
Big dreams
With small discipline.
with small discipline.
It's just good sleep.
Just now. Big dreams with small discipline.
It's just good sleep, partner.
Is just good sleep. Oh my God. Hard to write that one down. Big up. You just might, you started to heat up again, you know.
Yeah, that was alright.
You started to heat up again. That was a good one.
It takes a while.
Alright, before we go, Warlord, go give me positive vibes of the day. No, he taking forever to think. What's going on with you, Warlord? Where's your positive vibes of the day? Give me a thing, let me get out of here.
Positive vibes of the day.
Yeah, where's your positive vibes of the day? Tell me something positive so we could leave on a positive note, on a good note.
Try to make friends and don't make no enemies. On a Friday.
You like Bacchanal, that's not me and you. Hey, Ole, this one was great. I love today was good. I love the conversation. You know, we could agree to disagree. I love that we could have these tough conversations and not, you know, be at odds with each other. And you know, let me continue in this positive light. All right. This has been another edition of the best damn morning show on TikTok and probably anywhere. Right? Check and see. Watch our next morning show and come back and let me know. Right? And big ala cheese balls. Right? So, wow. Anyway, yeah, so Yeah, period. See you all next
Yeah,
week.
pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, that was kind of. Yeah. Wow. You know what? That was a pause worthy moment. But that one I go.